Hey gang, so today I'm going to be showing you how to switch the engine on a tiller. A lot of times these tiller engines go out before their transmissions do. And so you don't want to have to go buy a new tiller. You can just replace the engine for a couple $100. Pretty cheap, a lot cheaper than buying a new tiller. So this engine has lost compression and it is just headed out. It smokes like a son of a gun. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put a new engine on it. So first thing we need to do, we need to pull this off here. If you have this same tiller or another tiller, they're pretty much all the same, very similar with these kind of things. I got two bolts up here, so go ahead and pull those out. Again, just while we're doing this, make sure you're wearing eye protection, ear protection, you're in a well ventilated area. Down here, this is a 7/16. You just loosen them, they just can usually come off with just your fingertips. Okay, go ahead and set that to the side. Yeah. Oh, missed one. One right here. That is a 7/16. Let me grab that real quick. Okay. I apologize, that's a 3/8. Usually you can get a nice engine. They're called a Predator. That's the engine name, the brand that you can get at Harbor Freight. Good engine type, and they're only like $100, $100 to $200, depending upon if you catch them on a sale or not. So really sweet. Okay, what we're looking at here is your pulley system. This is how it works. When you push down that lever, it tightens the belt, which brings the power back here to these pulleys, which turns your wheels and your tiller, or your tilling as well. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to get this belt off. Go ahead and just kind of get it loose like this. Kind of pry up on that guard with a screwdriver. We'll be putting this back on later. Just kind of gently pry up on this. Get that belt out. And we'll take this one off in a second. Okay, the only thing that's holding on your engine to the excuse me, to the tiller frame is 4 bolts, and mine just so happen to be 9/16. Let me get over here, make sure you guys are seeing the stuff. Okay, let's see where I can put you a better view. Okay, right there, if you can see it, there's a bolt here. And there's one here, here, and then same thing on the other side. Mine happen to be 9/16. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those off. Sometimes you can get under here, sometimes you can't. Luckily mine can, usually. So 9/16 on top and bottom. Go ahead and take off all those bolts. Set them to the side, do not lose them. We're gonna be using them again. Okay, as I was saying earlier, there's a bolt here, bolt here. Same thing on the flip side. Once you get those done, you can just pick up this engine and set it to the side, okay? We're gonna need parts off it here a little bit later. Good time to clean off all this dirt that gets packed underneath the engine while people are tilling. So go ahead and scrape off that dirt. Just get it off the best you can. We want to have a good surface to put our new engine on. Doesn't have to be perfect, but definitely as clean as you can get it, the better. Just gonna get packed again with dirt. So, okay, and wipe that up. Grab your new engine. this is one of those Harbor Freights that I was telling you about. Just a Harbor Freight special. Go ahead and set it on there. Go ahead and grab your bolts. If you remember correctly, on mine, the bolt was coming up, the nut was on top. And then just go ahead and start that nut on, start the bolt on the nut. Go ahead and do it on the back. These are awesome, awesome plug and play little engines. Predator, I think they do a pretty good job making an engine. Sometimes you gotta, there's little slots that you can move them around in to get it to line up correctly. Okay, once you get all those bolts in, let me just show you where they all are real quick. One right there, one right there, one right there. Those front ones are very easy to access. And then the other one is right there. Get them snugged down real tight. And then next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to the old engine. And we're going to take off this part right here. Okay, if you remember on the old engine, it had this guard right here. Okay, it had that guard right there around the pulley. Now, my new engine has a pulley, but if yours doesn't, you're going to want to take the one off the old one. So go ahead and take these two bolts off to get this guard off. One bolt there, one bolt there. Mine were 1/2 inch. Yours may be the same. Once we get that off, let's set that to the side. Okay, a lot of times on these older machines, they are hooked on. The pulley is hooked on by a bolt on the front. On these newer ones, they go with more of something like what this has on it. Let me show you. If you find an aftermarket engine, they are going to need a new pulley. So let me show you how to hook it on. Okay, if you see right here, there's a little Allen head. That Allen head is what's hooking this pulley onto this machine. So go online, purchase a new pulley, measure your old pulley, how big it is, order a new pulley for your new engine, and then go ahead and install it. Like I just said, you just push it on, make sure that it's lined up with these other pulleys here. So the best way is to slide it on, go up here in front, look down it, make sure that it's lined up with these other pulleys, because you have a lot of play here on this shaft, okay? So make sure that that is there. And then next thing you want to do is grab your old belt, put it like this, because you're going to be installing this new belt guard, and your new engine should have the exact same holes on it for a belt guard. Bring it down here so you can see. Okay. So mine had these little washers on it. So I'm gonna stick that washer on. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna thread that bolt into it. Usually they're the same threads, but if you get some other engine that has different threads into it, you might not be able to use your old bolts off your old engine. Go ahead and snug these down. I just bring them in quick with my impact gun, and then I'm just going to snug them with my hand, because you do not want to put these too tight, just snug. Okay. All right, gang, so let's go ahead and put that belt back on. Go ahead and put it over this back one first. It's nice to just bring it up with your fingers like this. Go ahead and tip that up just a hair. And put it under there, push that down, make sure that guard's good on there. Then go up to your handles and pull your engagement lever. Make sure that this belt goes tight. We're happy about that. Looking tight, looking good. Okay, right on. Let's go ahead and put back on this cover plate. Go ahead and grab your cover plate. Main one you're lining up is this one here. Like so. I'm lining up all of them, but if you get that one on easier, they all line up. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and just start them by hand first. Put this nut back here. These two on top. And just start them by hand first, so we make sure that everything starts good before we start tightening. All of these bolts, you just want to go hand tight. Okay, they're all good. Or not hand tight, just snug. Okay, perfect. This one here is a 7/16. I'll just go ahead and throw my opening wrench on it. Go ahead and tighten it just till it's snug. That one's only supposed to go that far. Then these top guys. Snug. Snug. Okay. All right, you guys, that's how you replace your engine on your tiller. Hope this video was helpful. This can save you a lot of money in the way that you don't have to go buy a brand new tiller. You just put a new engine on it. A lot of people throw their tillers away when their engine goes bad. When in reality, instead of going and spending $800-900 on a new tiller, you can put a new engine on it in less than an hour and got your tiller back up to business. So hope this video was helpful. The only problem you might run into is that if this other engine had cables hooked to it on how to get it going, how to up the RPMs, how to throttle up or down, you just have to do it by hand now on the side. Just depending on what kind of engine you guys got. All right, hope this video was helpful. Y'all have a wonderful day. Go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. Y'all rock on.